Welcome back, guitar friends. In this video I'd like to share some details about how I studied and how I recorded and mixed Afraid to Shoot Strangers, one of my favorite songs from the Fear of the Dark album. So let's start. First, the instruments. I played both guitars and the bass, and I programmed the drums and the strings, as you can see here. In the drums I'm using Extinction Level Event from Spectre Digital. And I added some reverb on it, as you can see here. These are the settings of the reverb. And the way I programmed the drums is based on the vocals. So I extracted the vocals from the original song, and when I programmed the drums, I aligned the tempo of each section with the vocals. So as you can see here, we have a variable tempo on the drums. It goes from 80, 81, 79, 77, and so on and so on. So the song is completely aligned with the original song from the album. Next is the bass. So I wanted to play this song with my fingers, as Steve does. And as I'm not a bass player, I'm still learning. I struggled a lot, and I've probably butchered it. But I had so much fun doing it that I really don't care. It's part of my learning curve. The bass lines on this song are very simple to memorize. So the struggle was really the technique. To keep things as clean as possible and in the right tempo. Then the guitars. I've probably butchered them as well because Maiden is still far above my skills. But this is one of my favorite songs, so I had to give it a try. So let's go to my journal and see how much I studied it. As you can see, I studied from November 2022 until August 2023, including video editing, recording, and so on and so on. So if I compute how much time, it's 3,900 minutes, which is around 65 hours to learn the song, record it, mix it, and edit the video that I posted on YouTube. And around February, around here, I got stuck in the solos. I couldn't get the speed up. I couldn't play the solos in a proper way. So what I did is that I stopped playing this song, I stopped studying this song, and I started learning more things. If I remove the filter out, you will see that around March, I started doing exercises, learning other solos like Dream Theater, Iced Earth, the song Physical, the solo in it from the guy from Toto, I forgot his name. It's one of my favorite solos. Then some bass classes. So I did that until around June. And back in June 2023, I got back to playing this song, and I was able to play the solos quicker and more cleanly. So I did that basically to have fun, to keep my motivation up, and to improve song by song my guitar skills. So this is how I studied, how I kept the motivation up, because it was tough for me, and how I was able to get to the original speed of the song. Now for the tones. I'll leave a link to a zip file in the description of the video with the parameters I used in my GE300. You can download it, you just go to the description, it will be in my Google Drive. Just a detail, in one of the presets, there is an IR from Spectre Digital that you can download from their website. You just go there and you take it by name, you'll be able to recognize it. So right now I wanted to focus on what I did in Reaper to get the sounds that you heard on the video. First, the clean sounds. Let's go to Gen X guitar, and this is what I did. So the sound that comes from the GE300 is processed. I add an EQ, and I have 3 points. I have a low cut at 192, a high cut at 5.4 kilohertz, and a small boost around 1.8 kilohertz. And the same thing on Dave's clean guitar. Same idea. Low cut here, high cut here, and a boost here. So let's play with and without the EQ. Let's play it. With EQ, without. Same thing for Dave's guitar. The change is a bit bigger. Now for the rhythm guitars. If I display what I did, it's a little bit different. I have still the low cut, the high cut, but I have 3 points in the middle to remove specific frequencies. So how do I do it? So I listen to the isolated track, I add a point I put a very big, the maximum Q, and I boost the gain. And I change the frequency until I find a very annoying noise, something that really bothers me. And when I find that frequency, I just reduce the gain, not to minus infinite, because it's a range of frequencies that it will be dragged down. So the more you remove, the more you take out of your song. And this technique I learned from Glenn, from Spectre Digital. And for GE guitar, I have 1 point here, 2.52, 372, and 447. So let me demonstrate the effect. This is with EQ. The same thing for Dave's rhythm guitar. It's a little bit different sound, but the philosophy is the same. Low cut, high cut, and 3 reductions. So if I play it, and it changes a little bit more. So during the solos, what happens? I double tracked the rhythm guitars. So while I played GE guitar, I played also Dave's rhythm guitar, and I added a second rhythm guitar, and I penned them left and right. And the sound that I have for the solo, it's the same basic preset, and it's the same thing for both solos. I just use the expression pedal, and I activate and deactivate reverb and delay. Now for the bass. So obviously the bass is in the middle, in the middle channel, together with the vocals, and the preset is also in the zip file. And I applied a similar strategy in terms of EQ. The only difference is that I added a compressor to uniformize the sound, because I cannot play with the same intensity all the time. So this is the compressor parameters. And in terms of EQ, I have a big boost on the low frequencies around 105. A little scoop at 714. I removed an annoying frequency at 2.65. I boosted a little bit to recover some of what was lost at 3.1 kilohertz, and a high cut at 6.8 kilohertz. And this is the sound that I get if I isolate it. If you listen to it with a headset, you'll see a big difference. So that's how I studied this song, that's how I recorded and mixed this song. I hope it's useful for you if you try to do the same. Thanks for watching until the end, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers everyone!